Today we are going to solve together Cambridge Primary Checkpoint, April 2021, Paper 2. Question number 1. The picture shows a bird gliding in the sky. Complete these sentences. Force A slows the bird, force A is cold, then force B pulls the bird towards the earth, force B is cold. Okay, before we solve the question, let's review the forces that act on a flying bird. We have 4 forces that act on a flying bird. What are these forces? أول حاجة we have a force that helps the bird to fly في lift force, and we have the force that push the bird forward. It's called the thrust force. Okay. في بقى 2 forces بيعكسوا البird. We have force A and force B. Force A and force B. Force A slows the bird down. Force A slows the bird. بتبطئها. Force B pulls the bird towards the earth. So what are forces A and B? احنا قلنا ال upward force, the lift force, the forward one that push it forward helps it to fly, the thrust one. لكن عندي في 2 بيعكسوا البird. Against the lifting, حاجة pulls towards the earth. What's the force that pulls the objects towards the earth? Great, this force is called gravity. طيب, what's the force that slows a flying bird? في حاجة يعني the bird is flying وفي حاجة بتعكسها. ايه هو اللي بيعكسها أو ايه اللي جاي في وشها بيبطئها؟ It's a kind of resistance. Great. What kind of resistance? Air resistance. يبقى air resistance. يبقى we have force A, air resistance. Force B that pulls it towards the earth اللي هي gravity. Great. Question C. Force is measured in. What's the unit used to measure the force? It is N, or you can say Newton. If you write N, it's correct, or newtons. But it should be uppercase N. If you write lowercase n, it's a wrong answer. Question number 2. People need to care for the environment. Look at the sign. Please do not, and we have to complete the sentence. There is a word missing on the sign. Write down the missing word in the box on the sign. So we have to write it here. Please do not what? Here, do not what? Great! Throwing garbage. So we can say, please do not litter. The next question. Write down 2 other ways people care for the environment. I need 2 other ways people care for the environment. To make it easy for you, do you remember the 3 R's? What are the 3 R's? We have reduce, reuse, and recycle. Reduce, reuse, recycle, the 3 keywords for caring for the environment. طب, what can we write as other ways other than don't throw trash or garbage? Great, we can reduce energy use أو energy consumption. We can do what? We can recycle. We can reduce pollution. Great. Or we can write reuse. يبقى two other ways people care for the environment: reducing the waste, reduce the pollution, reduce the energy use or consumption. Great. Next question. Blessy has a mixture of glass beads, salt, sand, steel, powder. The glass beads are much bigger than the particles of the sand and steel. يبقى glass beads big, very big. She separates this mixture to get glass beads, salt solution, sand, and steel. يبقى عندي هنا separation process. Look at the flow chart describing how she separates the mixture. So we have here what? Glass beads, salt, sand, steel, powder. She did stage A. She got the glass beads. She got the mixture of salt, sand, steel, and powder. What's specific about the glass beads? She said they are much bigger. Okay, this is a key word that could help me. Type after this, she did stage B, mixture of sand, salt, and steel. She separated the steel from the salt and sand, so something specific to steel. Then stage C, she separated the sand from the salt solution type. What's the name of the process used in stage A? Stage A, she separated much bigger sized glass beads from mixture of several powders. So what's the separation method? Great, sieving. B, describe what Blessy does in stage B. Let's look together at stage B. Mixture of salt, sand, and steel powder. Separated the steel. She can use the magnetic attraction, so she uses a magnet. She uses a magnet. In other words, you can write in between brackets the magnetic attraction. Next question, 4. Look at the information about the melting point and the boiling point of some substances. Substance A, B, C, D, E, F. Melting point, boiling point. This is the melting point. This is the boiling point in degrees Celsius. And these are several given values for them. Which substance has the same boiling point as water? الأول إيه هي البويلينج point of water؟ The boiling point of water is 100 degrees Celsius. أنهي substance بقى اللي عندها the same boiling point of water؟ ندور كده مين عندها 100 degrees Celsius. A، يبقى عندي substance A. طيب which substance has the same melting point of water؟ إيه هي melting point of water؟ 0 degrees Celsius. ندور في melting point على 0. لقينا هنا 0 يبقى substance D. What's the freezing point of substance E؟ فين substance E؟ عندي substance E melting point 55 degrees Celsius, boiling point 0 degrees Celsius. يبقى الفريزنج بوينت ايه؟ يعني هي الميلتنج، يبقى 55 degree Celsius. The temperature in a classroom is 25. The substances in the table are stored in the classroom. Which 3 substances are liquids in the classroom؟ نرجع للتيبل. احنا قلنا temperature 25. mean liquid in the classroom يبقى temperature 25 degrees Celsius. وعندي عايز 3 substances إن هما بيبقوا liquid at room temperature. تعالوا نبص كده. temperature 25 degrees. اوكي، يبقى مين هيبقى liquid؟ يعني مين melting point بتاعته in other words أقل من 25. هنلاقي عندي substance هنا A melting at 10 وهنا درجة حرارة الغرفة 25. مين تاني؟ عندي هنا substance D وعندي كمان substance F at 10. Okay, so عندي substance A, D and F. يبقى substances A, D and F. Next question 5. Flowering plants have a life cycle. سؤال اللايف سايكل ده بيتكرر في امتحانات كتير جدا. المفروض السؤال ده درجاته مضمونة. The pictures show different stages in the life cycle of an apple plant. They are not in the correct order. طيب نشوف كده، هما مش في الكوريكت اوردر، نعملهم احنا في الكوريكت اوردر. هم قالوا الفروت الأول، بعد كده seeds، بعد كده الفلاور seedling، بعد كده التري. احنا نعملهم الأول. What's the first step in the life cycle of a plant here؟ عندي seedling، دي أول step. فين تاني step؟ ندور كده. بعد seedling بتديني التري. Great. After the tree, what do I get? We get the flowers. The flower makes the fruit. Then the fruit gives the seeds and so on. يبقى كده ده الترتيب الصح. طيب. Write the letters in the correct order to show the stages of the life cycle of the apple plant. One has been done for you. بدأ بدي هي number 1. Number 2 A. Number 2 is E. Number 3 is C. Number 4 is A. و5 is B. يبقى ده ال correct order. لأن احنا بنبدأ بالseed اللي هي البيبي plant، بعد كده germination, growth, reproduction, pollination, seed spreading. These are the stages of the plant life cycle. طيب. Look at the seeds of the apple plant. عندي هنا seeds. Describe how the apple seeds are dispersed. seed dispersal هيحصل ازاي؟ وعندي ناخد بالنا question ده out of 2 marks، يبقى لازم هنكتب 2 points. أول حاجة seeds أو الأبل أو seed is eaten. صح كده؟ صح. Eaten by an animal. Then step 2, the seeds are lost in waste, or in other words, the animal droppings. This is the way of seed dispersal. يبقى كتبنا 2 points, we get the full mark. Question number 6. The picture show electrical circuit symbols. Draw a line to match each symbol with the correct name. برضو سؤال electric circuits مهم جدا وسؤال مضمون وسهل جدا. أول symbol عندي هنا ده ده السويتش، يبقى ده السويتش. تاني symbol عندي هنا ده السيل. فاكرين الباتري كانت عبارة عن ايه؟ الباتري كانت عبارة عن 2 or more cells. طيب ده represent ايه؟ ده ايه؟ ده البازر. Great. يبقى كده خلصنا question 6. Question number 7. This question is about materials. A compass contains a magnetic material. Complete the sentence. The name of one magnetic material is. طيب أي magnetic material تعرفوا اكتبوا. إيه magnetic material نعرفه؟ أشهر حاجة الأيرون. حد تاني ممكن يقول لي ستيل. حد تالت ممكن يقول لي الكوبلت. ممتاز. حد رابع ممكن يقول لي لا. Also we have another example nickel. So we need هنا only one magnetic material. يبقى write only one, either iron, steel, cobalt or nickel. Complete these sentences about the uses and properties of materials. يبقى about uses والproperties. أول سؤال. Glass is used to make windows. We use glass because ليه بستخدم الجلاس للويندوز؟ Great, because it is transparent. أنا عايزة الويندوز transparent. Wool is used to make clothes. الصوف. We use wool because. ليه الwool بستخدمه؟ حاجات مهمة جدا regarding الwool. الwool is soft. Because it is soft. إيه تاني؟ it is flexible. وأهم حاجة بيدفينا ليه؟ because it's an insulator. Okay. Plastic is used to make food containers. We use plastic because السؤال ده بيجي كتير برضو. Why do we use plastic to make food containers؟ أو ليه بيستخدم للplastic bottles؟ Regarding plastic, it is what? It is not toxic. يبقى it is not toxic. ممكن حد تاني يكتب إيه؟ إنه insoluble in water. Great. أو other, it doesn't react with the food. Concrete is used to make bridges over roads. ليه الكونكريت بنستخدمه to make the bridges? Because it is hard. So property hard, that's why it's used to make bridges. السؤال ده برضو متكرر في كذا امتحان. يعني بيجي بصورة مختلفة. ممكن مرة يجي matching. ممكن مرة يجي complete. يبقى concrete is hard used to make bridges. Next question. Question 8. Rajiv makes a musical instrument using drinking straws. يبقى Rajiv عامل musical instrument using the drinking straws. These are drinking straws. Okay, and this is a chord. Describe how Rajiv uses the drinking straws to make sound. What can we do with the drinking straw to produce sound? Great, we blow into the straws. So, blow into the straws. Blowing هيعمل air vibration and sound is produced. Describe how Rajiv makes the sound louder. I need the sound louder. أعمل إيه علشان sound louder? What can he do? Great, he can blow harder. يبقى blow harder. Complete the sentence. As the length of the drinking straw decreases. يعني this is the drinking straw مثلا. As the length decreases. واستخدمت straws, shorter straw. What will happen to the pitch? What will happen? Does it increase or decrease? Does it get higher or lower? Great. If the length decreases, what will happen to the sound? The sound will be louder. If the sound is louder, what happens to the sound pitch? It gets higher. Great. أسئلة الساوند برضو مهمة جدا, included and repeated in many exams. Regarding the sound, مهمة جدا. Next question. Mia and Lily investigate how lungs work. Look at the equipment they use. هنا Mia is doing an investigation with her friend Lily. Lily measures the amount of water in the plastic bottle. يبقى we have a plastic bottle. She measures the amount of water inside the plastic bottle. Mia breathes out. يبقى Mia breathes out down the tube. The air that Mia breathes out removes some of the water in the bottle. يبقى she is breathing out, so she will push some of the water out. Lily measures the new amount of water in the plastic bottle. They repeat the method with their friends. Lily measures the amount of water in liters. What amount is Lily measuring? Circle the correct answer. Measure the amount of water in liters. In other words, the force ولا length ولا mass ولا time ولا volume. Great. This is the volume. يبقى the amount of water is the volume. Next question. Here are their results. Mia, Lily, Priya, Blessy, Aiko. What amount of water does Aiko remove from the plastic bottle? نشوف Aiko فين. Aiko هنا. عنده amount of water at start هنا in liters, amount of water at end in liters, amount of water removed in liters. عندي هنا الستارت بتاع ايكو 5, amount of water at the end 1.5, يبقى what's the amount removed؟ هنطلعها ازاي؟ يبقى this minus this، يبقى 5.0 minus 1.0 which is equal to 3.5 liters. دي amount removed. Complete the bar chart to show the results for the amount of water removed. Include the label for the y-axis. هنا عندي ميا وليلي وبريا وبلاسي وآيكو، وهنا هنعمل المفروض bar chart. هنا y-axis عليها ايه؟ What's the label؟ عندي the amount of water removed in what? In liters. يبقى عندي bar chart هنعمله، يبقى عندي amount of water removed in liters. يبقى هنا amount of water removed in liters. Question D. Lily says the amount of water removed equal the amount of air breathed out. ده كلام مظبوط. طب who breathed out the least amount of air؟ يعني in other words ايه؟ the least amount of water removed. يعني in other words the least amount of water removed. طب who breathed out the least amount of air هنا؟ يعني the least amount of the water removed. مين؟ Lily. علشان Lily's value هنا is the least amount of water removed اللي هي 1.5. يبقى the answer is Lily. طيب next question 10. The table shows some information about different planets in the solar system. برضو متكررة كتير أسئلة السولار سيستم وأسئلة بتبقى سهلة جدا. طيب planet A B C D E وعندي distance from the sun, time to spin on axis in Earth days, time to orbit the sun in Earth years. طيب let's check the questions. Which planet is the nearest to the sun? هنا look at the values nearest to the sun. مين أقرب واحد للsun؟ هنا عندي distance from the sun in مليون كيلومتر. يبقى مين هنا أقرب واحد؟ أقرب واحد هنا A. يبقى the answer is A. طيب. Which planet takes the most time to move around the sun? Most time to move around the sun يبقى هيبقى أبعد واحد. فين هنا أبعد value هنا؟ أبعد value فين؟ ندور مع بعض على أبعد value. فين أبعد value؟ هنا 778.4 يبقى D. Question C. Describe the relationship between the distance from the sun and the time to orbit the sun. طيب إيه هي relationship between the distance from the sun وال time to orbit the sun. هنا ال distance وال time to orbit the sun. إيه relationship between ال values دي وال values دي؟ نبص لل values. The closer to the sun يعني مثلا planet A very close to the sun يبقى هياخد وقت قد إيه to orbit the sun 0.2 Earth years. طب مثلا عندي planet D اللي هو very far away 778.4 هياخد 11.9 years. يبقى the relationship هنا ما بين distance وال time, the closer to the sun the less time it takes to orbit. يبقى the answer is the closer to the sun the less time it takes to orbit. طيب. Which planet is Earth? Explain your answer. طب نبص هنعرف ازاي which planet is Earth. احنا عندنا two values specific to planet Earth. أول حاجة ايه؟ Time to spin on its axis in Earth days. In how many days the Earth takes to spin on its axis? We take only one day. طب نأكد كلامنا ازاي؟ Time to orbit the sun regarding the Earth takes 1 year to orbit the sun. يبقى which planet is Earth? B. عرفنا منين؟ من ال time to spin on the axis وال time to orbit the sun. يبقى الإجابة B. عرفنا ازاي؟ because Earth takes 1 day to spin on its axis and it takes 1 year to orbit the sun. فاهمين science هنحل science and we will get the full mark إن شاء الله. Question 11. Oliver finds this information on the internet. عندي table animals, table the number of bones in the body. عندي cat, dog, elephant, horse and snake. Put the animals in the correct order from the most to the least number of bones. مين هنا has the most number of bones؟ نرتبهم هنا في التيبل الأول. عندي this is number 1 بعدين 326 then the most to the least. Then we have 320 بعدين 230 then 205. يبقى put the animals. يبقى animal number 1 snake, then elephant, then the dog, cat, and horse. Next question. The skeleton of a human has 206 bones. How many more bones are there in the skeleton of a cat compared to the human? احنا عندنا الكات عندها كام هنا؟ الكات 230. الكات 230. Well, human skeleton 206. How many more bones fell على الكات to the human؟ يبقى 230 minus 206. The value is 24 more bones. Write down 2 reasons why animals have skeleton. السؤال ده بيتكرر كتير جدا. Why do animals have skeleton? For great support their body, to support their bodies. To protect what? Their internal organs. Great. The snake Oliver found on the internet is 7 meters long. Some snakes only have 600 bones. يبقى some snakes only have 600 bones. وعندي السنيك اللي هو لقاه on the internet هنا عنده 1800 طيب. Some snakes only have 600 bones. Why do some snakes have fewer bones? Few bones means what? وهنا مديني hint that the one he found اللي عنده 1800 bones is 7 meter long. يبقى هنا we need to explain regarding how long and how short. طيب يبقى some snakes have fewer bones because they are shorter or they are smaller. يبقى the answer is because they are shorter or smaller in size. Next question, 12. Jamila and Carlos heat a substance. They measure the temperature of the substance every minute. Before they start the investigation, Jamila makes this prediction. الprediction بتاع جميلة: the longer the substance is heated, the higher the temperature of the substance. ده جميلة prediction. Look at the results table. نبص للresults مع بعض. Time in minutes, temperature in degrees Celsius, time from 0 to 10. What happens to the temperature? عندي 25, then 29, 30. So the temperature is increasing. Till here, the temperature becomes the same. The values هنا stay the same. بعد كده it increase again. 52 بقت 57. طيب. Question A. Complete the sentences. The sentence to describe the pattern in the results. As the time increases. وناخد بالنا I have 2 marks here يبقى I should include 2 points. As the time increases, what happened? As the time increases, actually, the temperature increases, then stays the same, then increase once more. بكده تكون الإجابة كاملة. يبقى the first thing we have to write, the temperature increases. لو قلت كده بس you will get half of the mark. Then what happens? then stays the same, and then increases. Next question. Do the results support Jamila's prediction? Can Jamila's prediction? Jamila said the longer the substance is heated, the higher the temperature of the substance. طب let's look again at the table ونشوف البريدكشن بتاعها. هي قالت the longer the substance is heated, the higher the temperature. Oh, yes, we can say yes. And we can say no, by the way. طب لو قلنا yes هنقول yes ليه؟ ولو قلنا no هنقول no ليه؟ I can say yes. It's supporting the prediction. Explain your answer, Lee. Because the temperature at the end is higher than at the starting point. يبقى if I say yes هقول yes ليه؟ هنقول because the temperature at the end is higher than at the start. قلت yes وقلنا explanation, they will get the full mark. If you say no برضو, it will be correct. What will be your explanation? ليه؟ لأن the temperature stops increasing after a while. It stays the same at the same time. هنقول because the temperature stops increasing after a while. Stays the same at some time. Okay, great. Question C, Carlos decides to present the results in another way. Type. Circle the best way to present the results. We have bar chart, the histogram, the line graph, the pie chart. To make it easy for you, if you have changing time and anything that changes over time, نروح على طول لمين؟ لللاين جراف. يبقى اللاين جراف ده ideal جدا for showing changing time. Anything that develops over time على طول نستخدم اللاين graph. يبقى the answer will be the line graph. طب if we need to review other than the answer البار chart. امتى استخدم البار chart؟ استخدم البار chart امتى؟ لو عندي I need to compare larger changes among groups. يبقى if I have changes among groups استخدم البار chart. طيب امتى استخدم الهيستوجرام؟ استخدم الهيستوجرام to represent quantitative data. يبقى حاجة quantitative data. طيب امتى استخدم الباي chart؟ لو عندي numerical proportion. يبقى الباي chart امتى استخدمها؟ لو عندي numerical proportion. ودي ال differences between the representation of the results. Okay, next question. Priya and Chan investigate shadows. أسئلة الشادوز برضو بتيجي كتير. The picture shows the equipment they use. يبقى هنا they have post, they have large sheet of white paper, and here they have the shadow. Priya and Chan place a large sheet of white paper on the ground. Put a post at one end of the paper. Measure the length of the shadow at different times of the day. The post makes a shadow. Why shadows are formed? Why does the post make a shadow? Tick the correct box. يبقى عندي I need only to tick one correct box. Shadow يبقى الكيورد اللي عندي A. Opaque يبقى the post is opaque. Here are their results. Time of the day 10:30, 11, 11:30, so on. The length of shadow in centimeters. What's the difference in the length of the shadow between 10:30 and 11? Between 10:30 and 11, what's the difference here in the shadow? Difference in length. عندي 11 129 10:30 144 يبقى 144 طالما قال لي the difference minus 129. What's the value? The value is 15 centimeter. What time of day did they observe the shortest length of shadow? Where is the shortest length of shadow? The shortest value is 105 at 12 o'clock. يبقى what time? It is 12. And if you write midday, it will be also correct. Priya and Chan didn't record the length for 13. Predict the length of the shadow at 13. هنا 12:30, 13, 13:30. What's the value here? They did not write the value here. طيب predict the value. هنا نعمله prediction ازاي مثلا. For example, if I have 114, then 105, 111, at the end it increases. يبقى we need a value in between 112 and 125. يبقى for example, if you write 116 مثلا, it's correct. If you write 117, 120, it's correct. يبقى any value between 112 and 125 centimeter is accepted لأن ده prediction. Next question. That we are done. خلاص. By this we are done with this exam. Actually, this exam was very easy. I hope it was beneficial. Thank you so much.